Okay, so you may not know this, but hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today we're going to be talking about a good old country known as Argentina. Why are we talking about Argentina? Because this video is brought to you by a close friend of mine known as Imaru, Adrian, you might know him. We've made videos together, he's a good friend of mine, and he sent me this post from his country's leader, Javier Milei, okay? So, you may not know this, but Argentina, the president, has apparently been a part of one of the largest crypto rug pulls in history. You know, I wish I could make this up. Like, I'm never, like, you know, honestly, I'm never going to go after an influencer for crypto nonsense anytime. Because we've got world leaders involved with this situation. What does it matter if a YouTuber does anything like this when world leaders are doing this? God damn. So how do we know this? Well, this is a deleted post from Javier Milei's Twitter account. La Argentina liberal crece. Este proyecto privado se dedicará a incentivar el crecimiento de la economía argentina, fondeando pequeñas empresas y emprendimientos argentinos. I'm totally butchering an entire language as we speak here. El mundo quiere invertir en Argentina. So he gives an entire URL, contrato, okay, we got a whole contract address. Viva la libertad, carajo! God damn! You know, this is not a joke, and there's a reason why we know it's not a joke. Because he made a follow-up post saying that, yeah, a few hours ago I posted a tweet, as I have so many other times, supporting a supposed private enterprise, with which I obviously have no connection whatsoever, which we'll get to, okay, which we'll get. This is not true. I was not aware of the details of the project, and after having become aware of it, I decided not to continue spreading the word. Don't you think you should have done el researcho on the project before you started? To the filthy rats of the political caste who want to take advantage of this situation to do harm, I want to say that every day they confirm how vile politicians are. As he's also a politician, by the way. As they increase our conviction to kick them in the ass. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously I'm not a political expert. I don't really care about politics, to be honest with you. Like Javier Milei, I don't care what side of the political spectrum he's on. Generally, I think all politicians are scumbag lying pieces of shit, and this guy is no real exception to it. It's funny how this guy promotes a crypto nonsense project, and then later on it's like, oh, no, I should have done my research ahead of, I didn't research it, I don't know. By the way, fuck anybody criticizing me, you're the bad guys. Actual scum behavior, okay? You know, here's my actual political take now. After witnessing all of this shit, anarchism, okay? We might as well just lock up on ammunition, get our guns, food, protect your family, protect your dog, because you can't trust rat fuck politicians like this in any capacity, okay? They're not for you. Do not do an Olympic level of mental gymnastics defending these people. But anyways, all right, all anger aside, anger doesn't really solve anything in this situation. These people will not learn. Let's go back to our friend Javier's original post and see what the Viva La Libertad project.com looks like, because the website is still actually available. And I feel like anybody would have actually realized this is bullshit when they saw the website right here. So this is the project, Driving the Future of Freedom and Growth. So this is obviously Buenos Aires, what I believe, which is this city right here, the capital of Argentina. And god damn, it's a huge city. Whew, it just goes on to no end. Now, beautiful place. Haven't been yet, but definitely want to go. Argentina is full of talent and innovations, okay? So this is their Solana token address. So Argentina is full of talent, innovation, entrepreneurs, great ideas. The project was created with a clear mission to boost the Argentine economy by funding small projects and local businesses. Now, will these small projects and local businesses get this money? I'm just gonna assume probably no, okay? Like, based on my experience looking, I'm gonna wager probably no. So anyways, you can apply for funding here in this Google document sheet. So you can give your name, email, website, Telegram, and do not do this. Do not give your to these people, okay? I don't trust them. I don't think you should either. So yeah, this token is designed to help the small business and the government, okay? So they give you the token distribution, 50% for Argentina's growth, 20% for the treasury, and 30% for liquidity. So the private initiative project is developed by something known as the KIP network, Incorporated 2025. So when you look up the KIP Network Incorporated, so when you go to KIP, right, one of the first websites I see is kip.pro. So this is the actual page that apparently it belongs to right here. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is, like Javi said, I was not aware of the details of the project, and after having become aware of it, I've decided not to continue spreading the word. Okay, so he doesn't know what the project is. Muta, maybe he had no idea. So this is why it's bullshit. So when you go look up Javier Milei's history, right, with crypto alone, December 18, 2021, he already knows about crypto. He's meeting up with a guy, all right over here at CoinX World. So what is interesting about this photograph? Well, to show you how interested our man is in crypto, the guy he's meeting with, allegedly, this organization, CoinX World, ended up actually having an arrest. And what was the arrest for? Well, if we machine translate this article into English, man linked to crypto company CoinX World was arrested, accused of a pyramid scheme. A man linked to a crypto company, CoinX World, is accused of a pyramid scheme. This is Francisco Jose Jaque, the president of one of the companies that operated with said company that promised extraordinary profits. Yeah, anytime somebody tells you this shit is good, you are absolutely stepping into a complete shit pile. And not only was apparently this guy arrested, who was promoted by Milei, they found drugs, guns, and ammunition all around. Apparently they seized 2 kilos of cocaine, a 9mm pistol with ammo, and a luxurious Audi Q8. So yeah. Great guy to be hanging around with, I would say, right? Good promotion. So obviously this was meant to be me saying that this guy probably doesn't know who he's really absolutely promoting, and he probably should research a little bit more. But see, it gets even deeper. Now, looking into Javier Milei, who had no idea about the KIP protocol, obviously, if you go to the KIP website, there's a blog post from October 30th, 2024, a historic moment for KIP protocol as LATAM expansion, Latin America, takes off in Argentina. And who are they standing with? Javier Milei, who conveniently he will say, I have no idea about this project. Also, I'm taking photos with the guys who are also kind of behind the project. I mean, which one is true? Again, like I said, I don't trust any politician. I think they're all lying scumfucks anyways. And usually when it comes to a politician, especially one that tries to be as virtuous like this, you know, I have to question if there was no financial incentive involved into this. So you might be like, well, Muta, how bad was this token, okay? How much money got taken away? Well, in order to understand that, we have to go to Libra token. So this is the token's price chart right here. Now, immediately after, around the time when, Javier Milei deleted his initial posts, after promoting this token to his countrymen, right? Like the people that he is supposed to represent. This token goes up, all right, goes all the way up, and then boom, it comes cratering down to planet Earth. Now, obviously, the last time I looked at a presidential meme coin, the Trump token, which, again, you can look at real quickly, this token, while it went up, it didn't totally crater. And to be fair, it also is a token that I don't believe has absolutely went to the rug pull phase that we've seen with the Libra token, right? Like, this token literally got sold off. And it got sold off to the tune of somewhere around $107 million. And you don't have to go looking through the blockchain or use fancy AI tools for it. I mean, just a quick view of the top traders for this will show you that even the sell-off period for this showed that you're looking at people whose profit and losses are around the millions upon millions of dollars. So what happened was he promoted this token. The insiders who were in the token literally sold off as people started pouring their money in. And this is what we call a rug pull, right? That's just how, unfortunately, these situations tend to pan out. And the KIP protocol says there's a lot of misinformation surrounding the Libra launch. The token's launch and market making were fully handled by Kelser Ventures, represented by Hayden Davis, the initiators of the project. None of the wallets belong to KIP or myself, so they're saying none of them belong to them or themselves. KIP was invited post-launch to manage, oversee the selection of funded tech projects, and provide technical infrastructure for AI initiatives. Thus, all matters related to the launch and token should be directed to Kelser. So, literally, all of this shit is just pointing fingers like, it's not our fault, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's there. They're the ones. Okay, this is not Diamond Dogs, bro. You can't just be pointing to who's the spy. You're all here. As they were handling it and planned to transition the tokens to a foundation, the project gained visibility when President Milei tweeted about it. At that point, Kip had no involvement in the launch, as her role was always after the launch. Kip has taken a lot of FUD today, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, including with threats to me and my staff. Bro, every time there's some form of criticism, it's always the fucking, oh, there were threats to us. I don't doubt it. At least show some fucking screenshots so we can laugh. But we were not involved in the launch. We did not handle any tokens or SOL. Kip publicly acknowledged its role in the project, though not in the token issuance, because we were already listed on the website and believed in the initiative's potential. As a tech company, our focus remains on innovation and infrastructure, never on token launches. After discussions with Kelser, we have been informed of the following steps. All SOL from today's launch will be re-injected into the LP. All market-making fees will go to a foundation in Argentina. The foundation will continue running the program as originally planned. We did not profit a single cent from today's activity. So yeah, they absolutely had to put that in bold. Whether these points will actually be done is yet to be determined. Again, with most crypto shit, I just think all of this stuff is complete fucking damage control. And of course, thank God for at least Twitter's features on, again, community notes. Because as Kip will say all this, the community notes will go and say Kip posted about the token being a success from their official Twitter account. So again, literally, today was the launch of the ambitious Viva la Libertad project to help private enterprises in Argentina. And the Libra currency has been a success. We want to thank everyone for their trust and support. To address all questions, we would like to clarify that this is a private enterprise project. President Milei was not and is not involved in the development of this project, as he has mentioned himself. This is an entirely private enterprise. You don't have to be like the craziest investigator in the world to be looking through every single point on the blockchain to just know that, again, looking at the transactions around this time, just over $100,000 US, the sell-offs, the amount of extraction that happened was around 106, or at least over $107 million, all right? And the developer alone, according to the guys over at Arkham, claimed to actually have $20 million in trading fees. So there's a lot of money to be made because, again, this is like the president of a country involved, right? This is not, some small-time, no-name influencer, right? This is, again, a world leader involved in effectively being part of one of the largest rug pulls. Even if they don't understand everything, when you are in the influencer space, if you don't think about every single process that you put your name to, I'm sorry, you share some of that guilt, you share some of that burden, right? So I want to see the mental gymnastics, the people who, put this guy up on a pedestal, and this goes for any politician. I don't care what political side you're on. At least prove to me that you are rubbing your brain cells together and looking at things objectively. If you defend every shitty action, you're no different than a member of, like, a cult at this moment, right? Like, you might as well join the Heaven's Gate cult and drink the fucking Kool-Aid. Because you're not willing to question anybody that you're believing in. Like, even if I was following any politician, or if I was somebody that was part of like a super party, like a party and like was actually behind it, you should be questioning what your leadership is doing. If you see something shady, you should be questioning it and trying to correct it before it permeates and infects the rest of your organization. At least that's my opinion. Maybe it's a little too fucking idealistic, but that's just the way that I like to live my life. When you start to look up even the website Libertad Project, you can see that literally it was created mere hours, from what I understand, before the actual token was even created. So this was literally done this was literally done in like a matter of hours. It was literally done on the fly at this moment in time. The actual domain was registered for around like that year period, and it feels like the more and more you research into it, all of this stuff was created quite literally in the matter of days. So, of course, the more and more you realize into it, right, there was some analysis from, like, Bubble Maps, for instance, when they started looking at the insiders, and how they apparently controlled around 80% of all of the Libra coins in just this one local cluster. And the problem with a lot of that is, obviously, when the actual sell-offs were happening, right, you had literally people removing liquidity, adding liquidity, removing liquidity, adding liquidity, removing liquidity. So they would add the Libra, they would remove things like the SOL, they would add the Libra, they would remove the SOL, for instance. So again, they would just add liquidity, remove liquidity. And basically, it got to the point where I think somewhere around maybe 25% of the actual like sales in the market were sales with retail traders, because it was literally just rugged by what appears to be the insiders. And around, I think, $4 to maybe $5 billion worth of the market cap was effectively erased, which literally meant that an entire chunk of that meme coin liquidity market was effectively just destroyed. Money that probably may never be brought back into this economy. It's insane. Meme coin world is wild, okay? If you ever thought you missed out on the lottery or anything, this is the world's most degenerately wild casino. And the only winners are the ones with absolutely no fucking morality. So the more you look into the guys over at Kip, even one of the CEOs of the company, the CEO, the co-founder of the protocol, was like, he's putting out another response to Libra. As per the president's original post, Project Libertad was done to boost the Argentine economy by funding small projects and local businesses, supporting those who seek to grow their ventures and contribute to the country's development. They say the funds are still on chain and not a single soul will be moved. Yes, Kip is involved in the project, but our primary role is to help run the fund allocation to the Argentine companies and less on the token side. We are not the MM. Some points to note, there was no pre-sale for the coin. Everything was sold via single-side liquidity pool, which... shit, we're getting into like semantics here. We'll put together the plan to run the project as per the initial objective. And of course, we would not have gotten the help we did to launch if we were not serious. Not a single soul will be used outside of the purpose of running Project Viva la Libertad. Everything will be transparently accounted for. And whether it will be, who knows? But again, what I will tell you is when it comes to cryptocurrency, this is probably one of the worst projects that I've seen and actually should have rippling effects for how people view crypto. The thing is, I am somebody that believes in things like cryptocurrency, and I really think that it has some value to it. I'm not against the idea of an electronic currency. I very much support it, especially currencies like Monero that are decentralized and allow people to have privacy in their money and their transactions. The problem is when you have meme coins and world leaders getting involved, I honestly feel like this is the big financial sector trying to keep us locked into the world of fiat currencies and deliberately ruining the perception of cryptocurrency in the eyes of the regular person, because I really don't see any other reason why a fucking president would get involved into it. Especially somebody that is a world leader, somebody that is part of, I think, the G7 summit. I think Argentina is at least in that. It's insane. Like, it's insane to think this is happening literally in the first quarter of 2025. I mean, the world is insane. Like, I honest to God, hate my life sometimes, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. At what point is enough enough? You know, I've always ragged on influencers doing this, but to be honest, could I even get mad at somebody like Logan Paul? I mean, the dude was an actual maverick with CryptoZoo and all this other stuff that he did, and now you got world leaders involved into this situation. The best way to ironically end this is with a Kanye tweet. And obviously, I'm not going to focus on all the Jew stuff that Kanye is talking about. There's other channels for it. Kanye West actually literally showcased one alleged post. I was proposed $2 million to scam my community, those left of it. I said no. And he shows that, again, some crypto scammers said they'll pay him $750K upfront, $1.25 million up to 16 hours after the post on X. And I have no idea if Javier Milei was even granted this. I assume not. I mean, the guy is a president of... It's so hard for me to say that out loud. And it being a real thing to talk about. God damn. Your post must stay up for 8 hours. It is a promotion of a fake yay currency. After the 8 hours, you may post, my account was hacked. The post was not me. The company asking you to do this will be scamming the public out of tens of millions of dollars. And you know what? If this is a real thing, God bless Kanye in this situation for at least showing the world what an actual crypto scam looks like, especially one promoted to a highly publicized figure in the world. So, yeah, the president of Argentina was unfortunately involved in what appears to be a crypto rug pull. Now, I would like to ask you in the audience what you think about this in the comment section below. We live in an actual clown world. And sometimes it makes me hate every fiber of my existence that we have spoken against this. I've made so many videos investigating this crypto stuff, but I think ultimately the end, it really was for nothing, you know? Like, sure, it might have made for some really entertaining content that people enjoyed, but what I have learned is this is a market of complete degenerate fucking gamblers. And sometimes I think it's just better to laugh at the victims of this than to genuinely help. Because at this point, what is it? I'm just wasting my time if I even bother covering this to help someone. It's like I might as well just laugh. If you put money into this, I'm just gonna laugh at you. All right, simple as that. All right. So if you had a laugh watching this video, let me know in the comment section below. This is me, Mutahar, and yeah, I'm out.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and I'm playing Yakuza Infinite Wealth. There's a lot of games here that I'm recording, and boy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about something that's got to happen. It's not to do with this game. Some things have got to change. Now, recently I made a video in regards to a politician doing a crypto rug and pull, or at least being part of it. And I removed that video not because of something that I've disagreed with, not because of some retraction, not because I'm getting sued in any capacity. Trust me, I would enjoy a lawsuit after all this time I've been waiting, prepping for it. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Lawsuits are not fun, but you get the idea. Now, the thing about all of this is, obviously, in the last couple weeks, I've noticed that, a lot of these topics, especially when it comes to, big-time politicians, this has got to change. And I really am somebody that, from the beginning of this channel is not somebody that is politically adept. Obviously, that I admit, and I say that I really don't know what I'm talking to when it comes about, politics. And the few times that I do talk about it, like very recently, probably when it came to, like, the US and Canada, that's from the perspective of somebody that is kind of knee-deep in that. So I believe that's kind of a fair exception to the rule. But I usually tend to stay away from things like internet politics or things like